You're now tuned into the Detail Did It podcast. Come catch a fade.
God damn, boy, what's that? Some kind of weave or something?
There it go. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling out there tonight? And this is interactive, so don't be quiet out there now. I need y'all to be in tune with your boy. Everybody's been waiting. I appreciate you all's patience. This is the Detail Did It podcast, and if you are tuning in on Facebook or you're on YouTube, make sure you click the subscribe button, get the little red bell thing, so as soon as we drop these exclusive videos, you'll be the first one to know to get the notification. And I am chilling today with my co-host.
Ansel Ready.
And Lizzie Shaw.
Yes, and today we're at Ash. We're streaming live, broadcasting live, bro.
Sunset Station.
Yes.
We bring it back. This is episode 20.
All right.
My Draco. This is episode 20. Make some noise for that, because we still rusty. We supposed to talk about
Make some noise for that, man.
But yeah, we're gonna stay consistent because that's what we're about. And again, this is the Detail Did It podcast, and where rhythm is life and life is rhythm. This is Freaky Friday. Where my freaks at? Don't get quiet now. I'm a leader, so I'm knowing.
It's still early though. It's not even dark. It's not dark yet. So.
Yeah, we the pregame to the pregame.
Trees come out at night.
Sure do.
If y'all know where we at, man, we at one of the hottest locations in San Antonio. It's upcoming, it's blowing up. Adrian is the owner of Smoke, and we also are in his underground bar, basement bar, if you will, right here located downtown at 1170 East Commerce, San Antonio, Texas, downtown. And we need to bring our downtown back, because I think if your city's downtown ain't good, man, city ain't good. So I think we're doing some things to bring that thing and push that revolution forward. What you think, man?
I totally agree, man. I mean, I'm sure all of us at one point was in Sunset Station at the Alamo
Yes,
Dome.
sir.
I remember it used to be called Latono right here across the street. I used to sneak in.
She don't know nothing about that. She don't even born yet.
I was 16 years old. I used to sneak in that thing every Friday, Saturday night. Put an X on my hand. Dead ass. I had the nautical junk. Like, remember when we used to wear the jean jacket suits?
I had the nautical
I had a
band.
nautical one. I had a Tommy one. I had a Fubu one, and I had the things lined up every weekend. I'd be in there, 16 years old, and I'm like a baby now. I don't know how I got past that, man. But yeah, we gotta bring it back. Downtown needs to get, but you can see, like, when you ride around now, you see people, there's nice high-rise apartments and stuff around here.
They're definitely putting in a lot of development down here in the downtown, especially in the Southtown area. I know that because that's where I put South Crown at. And so yeah, everything's up and coming, and I think that's part of what this podcast represents, is pushing the culture forward and shining a light on those that are pushing the culture forward, such as Adrian, the owner of this particular place, which is beautiful. It's got 3 levels. You got the upstairs, where I actually, through my daughter's P16, went down. Fabulous. She loved it. It was a great turnout. And they also have a restaurant downstairs, the barbecue joint, which is jumping off. And then they have the underground basement part where we're at, with another exclusive little room. Right here, it's all hidden and shit. It's like a door you gotta push. You gotta knock 3 times. Anyway. So, but listen, we want to go ahead and also announce. Do we have the Facebook winners? For the deal? Okay, cool. Stay tuned. We're going to announce some of our t-shirt winners. I want to do a real quick shout out for everyone that showed to our last podcast, especially our guest, Missy Wood, the owner and founder of Harmony Transformational Healing. And I want to give a special shout out to the big homie Michael Porter. He's tuning in all the way from Germany. And man, where's the paperwork? This is what Mike said. He hit me.
Wait, Michael, he's from where?
Okay, let me give you a backstory. So Michael Porter, he was one of my clients for a long time, and he ended up taking a dream job over in Italy. He's over in Germany somewhere.
Dream job, what?
He does something, but he's just some smart shit. I don't know. I just remember the day he sat in my chair. He's like, "Bro, I got this opportunity, but life is good here. Wife just got home, just had the baby." And I'm like, "Bro, when would you ever get that opportunity again to take your family over there?" And he was like, "You know what? So hit me up." He's like, "Yo, we're going." I'm like, "Word, go experience that shit and come back." So anyway, long story short, he sent me a message. I haven't spoken to him in maybe a year, and he sends a message. He says, "Make sure." Wait, hold on. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh yeah. Hold on. Where's the paperwork? Bear with me. Where is it at? Yeah, listen, I'm just figuring out how to hook up the damn speaker.
Yo, shout out to Calvin Jackson. Where's he
I
at?
don't even know where it's
Right over here, right over here.
Where is
Appreciate you, man, for
Galvin?
helping us
Galvin
out.
put this together.
That was a big help. We just went in early.
Well, I don't have the deal where he.
I remember you sending me the text and
I
you sent me a
know,
lot
I
of
know.
inspirational things in it.
Listen, basically what my boy said was, he was like, the podcast is dope, keep doing what you're doing. He's like, the last 3 years was really eye-opening. He was like, meditation, we talked about parenting, we talked about, you know, the higher self and all that kind of good stuff. He was like, man, I needed that, so keep going, woo. So shout out to you, Mike, and I wish I actually had a quote, but anyway, we don't keep the party moving. How y'all feeling out there?
Great.
How y'all feeling out there? At least I can pretend like I got like 100 people in here. You know what I'm saying? But hey, big homie Rodney, man. I love you, Barbara. Yeah, Rodney, you're tall, man. Hey, I love you, brother. All right, let's keep the show rolling. All right. What you say? Facebook?
The last one.
Okay, yeah, okay, so one of our Facebook winners was Kendall Bates, Amber Thompson, and Wilrod Elizabeth Kemp. I don't know if that's 2 people,
Yeah, that's-
but it's real funny when I see couples with the same Facebook. But we're not gonna get into that. Somebody fucked
into
up.
that.
Anyway, somebody messed up. All right, so let's talk about a little bit of what's going on in the news. Did you guys hear about the guy that walked 20 miles to get to his job?
Where does he work?
All right, let me give you the backstory. All right, so listen. Walter Carr received a new Ford Escape from the CEO of his company after walking more than 20 miles to his first day on the job.
Right.
Now check this out. The night before Carr was set to begin his new job, the next day at Bell Hot Movie, his car breaks down. But he wasn't finna let that shit stop him from going to work, right?
Okay.
So this dude, Carr, began walking around midnight on Friday. So he from Homewood to Pillen, which is I don't know, sounds a long way. So he first of all he took off the day before to go to work. All right, the story continues. So bear with me. He left the day before. He didn't say fuck that job. He said I'm finna walk.
6 hours.
All right, so police officer who passed the car on his walk picked up Carl on his way to Pillen Parkway, and then he took him to breakfast, and then he dropped him off at Jennifer, just some lady, who was like half an hour, which who helped him get there, you know, to make it to his appointment on time.
Right.
So that's some real shit. First of all.
Okay.
Secondly, the family who was where am I?
Wait, so how did anybody find out that he walked?
No, so he walked, and then the police saw, the police be checking on black folks walking. So the police saw the dude walk there. I don't know. He's black. I feel like he was.
Yeah.
The determination and the strength and the courage to do it just seemed like some melanistic shit. I don't know. I just. So anyway, that pursuit of happiness, Will Smith shit. That's the part. You know what I'm saying? That was that guy.
All right, so he shows up. Jennifer's like, "Wow, you
Yeah.
early."
Yes.
Not only that, you walked. And so how did this get out? Like, what happened next?
Well, what happens is, so the CEO of the company catches wind of what happened, and basically showed up to this guy's house. Let me see. He said on Monday afternoon, Bell CEO Luke Marklin presented a car with presented his own personal car at the Econo Lodge in front of a crowd of people outside the hotel. Marklin handed Carr the keys and was like, "I'd like to give you this car right now, today, like right now, like you can drive away in this car right now." And that just spoke to my spirit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have that fear. That says a lot about perseverance. That says a lot about what real men shit is about. That says a lot about, this man obviously has some motivation in his family. He got kids to feed, and he was going to do anything by any means to make sure he got to his job. Even if he had to start walking the day before. This generation don't know about that crime.
All right, so
Sorry, that's what we have.
what's the farthest anyone's walked for anything?
Shit, if you ask my grandpa,
Nah, I mean you.
Me?
What you walk for?
man, I'm
Not on some. My car broke down. I had to
No,
walk.
no, no.
Fuck all that.
I'm ex-military, so we had to do some trucking and shit. So I mean,
You walk 20 miles?
yeah, with a rucksack, 10th Mountain Soldier.
Can't do it,
You know
bro.
about it. Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on nobody. It was some bullshit. I complained the whole way. My toes are fucked up to this day behind that shit. That shit on my toes is like, you'll never see details, people. Never. I jump in the pool with socks on. I'm like,
You know what? I
anyway.
believe about 15 years. I
You ain't never seen my deuces. That's why why I'm so lucky because my toe stayed. Never mind. I'm just saying, it ain't that bad, but
I've been here a solid 15 years. I've never seen this.
listen, man, military best my
Not that I want to. I'm just saying. Like,
yeah, I'm just saying, you just not. It's all about my hands.
yo, that's crazy though. I mean, like, for some people, like, you know, you got a lot of, most people have a big support or wider support system than that. They get a ride, take a bus, something. You got to spare 20 bucks. You can Uber
He
that.
catch the bus, no, he couldn't because he had to start off at. They probably don't have a bus route where he lived at anyway, but that's probably some
Where,
stuff.
how do you not have a bus route?
I don't know. I don't know. Anybody out there ever walk
20 miles
Would you,
to work?
Sid, would you walk 20 miles?
Nah, bro, I'm good.
No? No? Anybody out there?
Let's talk about some petty shit. You walk to HEB for 20 miles to HEB? No. HEB corner store?
Talk to me.
Uber.
Ice cream and rice past your house, you missed them. And you got that quick shortcut to catch them on the other side. You gonna do it?
2 blocks.
What's that, a block?
2 blocks.
A mile and a half? You got it?
That's what's wrong with everybody, man. No, everybody's scared to walk these days. They're scared to walk more than 35 steps. You got an Uber, you got a drive. Man,
I ain't got 20 miles driving today. I'm off of this shit. I just not realized it.
Hey, we got scooters now.
I know. Shit, they got the little, the little bird scooters, yeah. Anyway, alright, so let's get into some more of today's news. Okay, listen to this shit. Alright, so Instagram socialite Shingy allegedly gets paid $250,000 for Drake to create the Shingy Challenge. You know the key, I was supposed to have a drop.
Rochelle knows.
What's his name? You said his name was Chingy?
Shiggy.
Shiggy.
Not
It's
Chingy.
the Shiggy challenge.
The Shiggy Challenge. Now people are getting hurt behind this Shiggy Challenge.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? People are getting hospitalized.
Did you see the
behind
little
this
girl
shit.
run into the car doors?
Oh, man.
Scoot ass little kids. I think it's great.
The one where the mom drove off, that one was
Yo.
She's like 40
Hey,
years
to me, Sierra's hands down was the best one for me
I
personally.
mean, but what doesn't Sierra not? When Sierra's dancing, has it ever been bad?
No, it's not.
Never. In our whole 20 years of life.
She did the Matrix in real life without special
You remember when
effects.
she was on that car, on the top of the car?
Yes.
I don't even remember what kind of car that was.
All right, moving along. Moving along. Man, thank you all. You still tuned in, man. I appreciate it. We're just going
Think
live.
about it, man. $250,000 for a single ass 3 days.
I'm just saying, but he's like blowing up. He's all on tour with him. They buddy. They taking pics and
That's
shit.
$250,000 for a dance.
But the shit, but
It's a
went
penny
viral
when you
no,
say
the shit
dance.
went viral and it like made his song go to the top charts like overnight. Like
1 million.
Drizzy, hey, have y'all heard that new Drake album?
Yes.
What y'all
Like
think
30
about
times a
it?
day.
Ain't that shit like life? Hey, what you
day.
all day, every day.
I'm sorry.
Hey, leave it
I have
there.
to shot.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
All right, yo. So y'all ready to get into this Power recap? How many people watch Power?
Oh, I got it.
Anybody out there watch Power? You out there? Nobody watch Power?
Who's up to date? We're about to spoil the shit out of your show right now.
No, it's Friday. If you ain't watching that's for
You
you.
don't care. I'm spoiling
There's
it.
like 4 episodes out now, right?
Nah, it's like I was episode 3. We're just gonna start from
About to
episode
spoil it right now.
Has anybody online? Everybody online seen Power? Alright, cool.
Now we're spoiling it. Keep going.
Have you watched it?
No, I'm
This guy, man, he didn't even watch it.
Either.
I mean, but
Who in here watched
I
Power?
like the show, but I just feel like
One.
Rochelle does.
I feel like
No.
it's
Who
predictable.
was that over there? I seen people around the corner. Who was that? Who that is? What's your name? Who?
Uche.
I wasn't talking to you. Shout out to Uche, though. No, shout out to Uche, man.
Yo, I think the show's predictable, man. Like, I feel like if you was the king of New York in some fashion, it wouldn't last as long as he did. It wouldn't be as outlandish and ridiculous. If you stay in the debate and found out she was district attorney, you would have found out she was district attorney before you would even jump in the bed with her. You would have immediately jumped
All
out.
right, we're gonna fast forward that part. I mean,
That's what I thought in season 2. I thought it was sad. You know what? She's fly.
listen,
But what's been happening? What's been going on?
I don't even want to talk about that. Fuck that shit. Come on, man. Ain't nobody lined up when I said power, so we just gonna power on along.
No, I didn't know what's going on. Like, did Tommy's dad get out of jail yet?
All right. I'm gonna run through it for you. Let me run through this for you. All right. First of all, Ghost killed a dude, and they shit worse.
Who they killed?
Some dude who was like, I think he was like a drunk driver who killed this family who Ghost sat in on like one of those AA meetings with Tasha.
And so he was killed for the hell of it?
So this family was expressing how mad they were about this guy who killed Boom Boom. So, Ghost hears the story and Ghost goes into, Ghost is turned into Ghost. I think Ghost is turned
Ghost
into
He's been a vigilante the whole time?
Listen, let me just slide through this and then you can come back and bro. Alright, so listen. Ghost killed a dude, made shit worse.
Right.
Ghost is changing back into Ghost. Tommy Pops gets out of jail. But listen, but his Pop's supposed to be doing life, and the one thing he said was, like, I'm locked up because I'm not a snitch. So Tommy's very suspicious about all this shit. So Tommy confides in Keisha, and he tries to get the goodies, and Keisha's like, nope. You know what I'm saying? So then we're trying to figure out what's the connection with Teresi getting out, and did he snitch, as I said before, and how that nigga played the DEA. That shit was so sweet. The DA rolls up on him thinking that, like, yeah, we got you now, and he's like, I actually lured you to me.
Somebody, maybe I need to catch up.
Yes, you do, because Ghost gets played by the chick with the money. He just got the cougar. He thinks he can do the Ghost thing, and it doesn't work. He gets played by both her and the snake dude, Lorenz Tate. He's playing,
Wait.
old dog is in here. Yes. I think, AKA Snake in the Grass. Listen, I'm gonna keep going. Kanan robbed Tommy's people, get the money, just so he could join the crew, and had the upfront money to get in, because Tommy was like, listen, this time around we put you in, you gotta pay first. So,
yo, I think the best thing about the show is 50 Cent. He's the best villain on TV, period. I mean,
yeah,
the show.
he's like
50 Cent's the best
cool,
villain on
calm,
TV.
collected.
My grandma hates 50 Cent, bro.
Damn.
My grandma hates 50 Cent.
Why?
Because she fucking hates him on the show.
Oh.
That's, like, come on, like, if my grandma don't fuck with you, you got it, man. You doing the show, man.
Man, I don't know what this show is at right now. Everybody's all over the place. Like, everybody's getting played, shit's breaking down.
Did they kill that little boy there?
What little boy?
His son.
Oh, man. Oh, that was the only good thing I saw out of this last
They
episode.
killed him?
No, bro. He told the truth. He's been lying the whole time. He's turned into like a baby ghost, right? So anyway, look, listen, Keisha tells Tasha, like, listen, Tariq's fucking up because y'all are some gangsters and y'all basically been lying to them and y'all turned into this shit. So Keisha catches her and like goes to talk to Tariq and like, hey Tariq, you know what? I got to keep 100 with you. Yeah, we basically some gangsters. We did some things to acquire what we got and try to get you out of that so you wouldn't have to. But really, we've been basically creating the whole thing for you to become that anyway based on our lifestyle and keeping you, under wraps. So anyway, then Tariq then confesses that he saw his sister get hurt.
Right. Did he say
And that was huge. I can't remember. I just know he was like, listen, I saw who did it. Like, I got scared.
I wish they shut it.
But that was the first truthful moment Tariq had. And I was like happy about that because, like, damn.
They should have shot him, man. I hate him the moment he got in the car.
Man, it's a kid, man.
I don't care. It's a cool show, though.
Alright, let's get out of power. Y'all cool? Y'all got the appetizer out there? Make sure y'all get some appetizers. They on the house. Courtesy of
Yo,
Ash.
try the brisket nachos at what City says they're delicious.
Shout out to Sydney too.
His mouth is
What's going
full
on?
right
Hey,
now.
Cal Jackson in the building. Oh yeah, now feeling the power. What's going on? So is Adrian anywhere near? So we want to bring him on and interview him. So if somebody can find Adrian and let him know he's ready.
In the meantime,
I'm calling.
Okay, cool.
Alright, cool. So how y'all feeling, man?
Yeah, what you think? I think LeBron James is the Laker.
LeBron James, I'm like,
What you think?
I don't really care.
Kawhi Leonard's a Toronto Raptor. You care
I'm
about
not
that?
cutting his hair. I don't care.
Kawhi Leonard's a Toronto Raptor. You missed that one.
Yeah.
Can't cut his hair.
And Green. I was wondering why
Danny
they called
Green's
him.
out the door too. Yo, I think Danny Green is good, man. I feel like half the city didn't care about him. They're glad he was gone. But I feel bad for he got the raw and the skip. He should have stayed his curve.
Calvin, what you think about that? Yeah, he's not ready.
He don't care either. Dang, man.
So Lizzie, let's get your take on what you got going on, man. Yeah. Y'all give it up for my homegirl Lizzie, man. She over here working hard, one of the hardest working barbers in the shop. She goes really hard. You gotta get your hair cut, need a fade, comb over, bald fade, south side, whatever you need. She can definitely help you out in that area. She's a
All
big
hair
help.
textures too, by the way.
Yeah, South Proud Barbershop and Salon, where the king needs to come.
So would you like to yeah.
Alright, cool. So what's your take, Lizzie?
This could be mine.
We're talking about who's really with the shit.
Who's really with the shit? Yeah, let's get this shit poppin'.
Okay, we're going to be talking about men and women interactions in 2018.
All right, for the ones that are kind of corny, what do you mean by with the shits?
Well, according to eHarmony, 40% of Americans use online dating, and more men use online dating than men. You know what I'm saying? So we just trying. I'm a married man, and you know, I a lot of married men and single brothers sit in my chair every day, young men, and we have our discussions, and you know. And you know, I talk to all the brothers, and you know, and I talk to the sisters as well, because I'm cutting everybody up.
Right.
So, and I'm just trying to see, like, you know, what's the atmosphere out there today? I go into the bars and the club environments, and you know, everybody's Snapchat. It's not like it was when I was coming up. Like, I don't see any courting. Like, do people even date anymore? Like, you know, is it just hook up? Like, it's the age of the side chick and the fuck boy. Like what's going on out here?
Wow.
Oh, my bad.
Do you think it's harder for women and men to date in 2018?
I don't know. Where's Sydney at? Where's the single man?
It's super hard.
What do you think?
I think it's super hard.
Why is it so hard to date these days? Is that, you know, being single?
Because all the stigmas are glorified. I mean, I don't want to blame on social media, but I think that social media kind of highlights a lot of our insecurities, and we share a lot of the insecurities with each other. But we highlight them too much, and then we're weary. We don't want to look stupid. And, you know, everything we do, we project it on social media. So if you're in a relationship and you're like, yo, this is you, this is my everything, and y'all just met, and you know, seasons change, and when you're single again, you look dumb.
Yeah.
People don't look stupid.
Do you think social media helps or hinders healthy relationships?
I think it's on the person.
Yeah, I think so too.
Only one person.
Because like for me, I met my boyfriend on social media, so that's how we.
See, that's that new age shit.
I met the person I'm dating on social media too.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's that new age shit. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that, for me personally, even if you meet somebody on social media, I think it's still some steps you need to take, you know, to ensure like that's something you want to continue doing. Like, you gotta see the person in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta be able to talk to somebody in real life, because people can be different online. You know what I mean? Like most people project who they want you to see. So most of the time, the person you're talking to online is a representative of who they want you to think they are. You know what I mean? And the real person is hiding behind closed doors. You know what I mean? So like, there are people out there that pretty much say and act and post what they really are about.
My advice to that though, if you meet somebody on social media and you're connected with them through, you know, a text message, you should immediately want to see them in person. Don't let it, ride a month or 2 months or 3 months. You get these,
Well, for me, it was long distance. We talked first.
Well, then that's on y'all. That's weird. I don't know.
Well, he was out of town. Well, he was from El Paso originally, but he was out here in San Antonio.
You guys keep it down a little bit?
And then he came down to El Paso to meet me, and then that's how we first met. And then kept it long distance, and then now we're. Yeah, everybody's different. Yeah. So, okay, are shared interests in sex really important to a successful relationship and/or marriage?
Hell yeah.
I mean, why not?
I mean, everybody different. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got to know your partner's love language. You know what I mean? Some women, or most women in my case, you know, like for my wife, for instance, she want to see works. Like, she don't care how much I'm working out. She want to see me fix some shit, clean some shit, pick up some shit, handle some shit that she's been telling me about for months now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's about work and listening to her emotion. You know,
I think a lot of women are about action.
Yeah, that's what I said. Most women, you know, they want to see a man that's free. That's about that action.
Most of us are in our ear. Most of us are in the ear, you know, giving them the words. It's hardly ever we're hands on about what we're saying.
What about shared
And you're
interests?
married now. That's why you're married.
Yeah, but still.
Because you're married.
But even when we're married, so people that get married for, can y'all please keep it down just a little bit? Just a little bit. Yeah, for real. I appreciate that. For me, you know, as a married man, you know, you grow. Like, there's people that have been married since they were like 18 and now they're, you know, 35 and they have changed. They've either grown apart or maybe grown closer. So, you know, that's not always the case, you know. So, I don't know. For me, I don't know if I can date these. I've been married since I was 20, basically. So, you know.
I mean, it's tough, but it's all about the person. And, you know, like I said, you know, some people are out there and want the attention and like to be, you know, they like to be in the middle of everything. And some people that are low key, you gotta find somebody that's, like you said, that matches your language.
I don't know, but do people really be wanting that? Like, I know a lot of guys out there, like, I don't know. It seems like a lot of guys don't want a relationship because of the things that come with it. Like, what makes a man really want to commit to a woman? Like, what about it in these days that makes a woman stand out to a brother, you know, out here trying to get it and trying to, you know, he knows what he's worth. You know what I mean? So, like, everybody gotta, you know, look me, you know, check my bio, my one, but come on, man. Fuck all that. Like, what's the real person? Like, what makes a man really want to, like, fuck with you all the way? What does a woman, you know, what does a guy have to do to get with a real woman? We gotta help our people, man, because I'm about love, man.
I think the only thing that ever attracts me to something like that, like you said, like what makes me want to, you know, spend my time with somebody is, I guess it's gotta be like, just gotta cook some food, I guess. And then asking how my
Alright,
day
so
was,
you get
you
three
know?
things: food.
Roll me some weed up, you know. and,
Oh,
like, make me
that
enjoy.
is very.
Just be like the ear, be 2 ears, be 6 ears. Just listen to everything I gotta say while I'm eating at the same time.
You sound like the woman.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
So
I'll take out trash and shit
so
like
roll
that.
your
It's not-
weed. Roll your weed.
I mean, that's-
listen to whatever you gotta say.
That's not even a
and put
real
it in
list.
there.
That's not even a real list. Just
Well,
do
we want
things
a
I
real
can't do.
list.
I can't fucking cook, man. I can't
You
fucking
learn how to
cook.
cook.
I'm bowl of cereal. I'm turkey sandwiches. I'm chicken
Okay.
nuggets. Like,
So you're a simple guy.
Yo.
You're not asking for much. You just want. You know. What about loyalty? What about
I think
integrity?
I
What
think
about-
those are unspoken. I think men don't have to say
No,
that.
I think that is something that I see.
No, why would a man have to stand in front of a woman and go, "Are you loyal?
No, I'm not saying
Are
in
you
that
riding?
context. That's not
Do
the
you
context
love
I'm
me?"
talking
You
about.
can't do that shit. It's unrealistic.
Nah, you can't do that. But what you can do is make sure like that's what that person is really about. You know what I mean? Like, are you really about this love? Like, if not, you just fucking or whatever. Let's keep it moving. Like, I think honesty is always going to be the best starter in any relationship.
I think if you're gonna do some kind of side chick thing, or you're gonna be on some, I'm gonna come through at the night.
they
type
have
thing,
side chick
Those
anthems.
things need to be stated off the rip, like immediately. I'm
So
coming
what are
through in the middle of the
what are
night.
3 things that you think on the first date or the first time you meet somebody you should tell her? I'll tell you what I told my wife now when I first met her.
What'd you tell me?
I was like, I'm broke, my credit's fucked up, and I only work part-time. Straight up.
She's a winner.
That is facts.
She's a winner, bro.
The fourth one would have been, I'm about to get evicted from this apartment, but I need you to come over here and make it look like a baller. Yeah.
Shout out to
What?
Melinda,
That shit
man.
don't fly anymore.
Nah.
Yo,
I'm talking about
at the same time, I'm sure what she liked about that was your honesty. Because a lot of people are just in.
I think
Like I said earlier, a lot of us are just in women's ear and just shooting shit. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter what it is. We're just throwing it out there, you know?
no, there's power in honesty.
And you came straight up with it. I'm broke.
Listen.
Yo,
Yeah.
and I'm
But
saying, and I'm the same way. Yo, I
will babysit
I
the
got
kid.
a lot of things to say. I got nobody to listen to.
I
I'm
dropped you
comfortable.
off at college. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we was grinding. But so you know, I think if people are more honest with themselves and honest with the people that they're around, I think you know you can know everything up front, know what you're getting into. You know what I mean? Like people live through these, you know, these perception, or they put out a perception of themselves that's not the truth, and that's only that'll break down in due time. Like you can only not be who you really are for so long, and in a moment when you crack, when you tired of faking it, the real you gonna spill out, and then you're like, damn, who is this guy? Or who is this girl?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then sometimes they're good enough to fake it so long that now you're in love with this person, and now the real them is coming out because they can't hold on to those lies and to that act. You know what I mean? Like you can't play that role forever. You got to go into another role. You know what I mean? And real life happens, and then like when stress happens, that's when that shit get revealed.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You always
And
resort
even-
back to your normal.
But it's even in those moments, that's how you know shit is real between you and the person. You gotta go through shit with somebody. You gotta go through some bullshit and then see how y'all made out on the side. You know what I mean? I.e., maybe you cheated, or maybe you lost a job, or maybe, I don't know, whatever. Y'all went through some shit, whatever it is for y'all, and y'all persevere, y'all work through it, and y'all still going. And it's those things that build your character. It's those things that build a strong relationship. People these days don't make them like my grandmother, where they stand together for life no matter what. People that, the divorce rate is like, what, 80%? Like, if you get married tomorrow, you're probably gonna get a divorce.
Nah, dog.
I'm just saying, like, them shits is like coming and going. I went to a wedding, a destination wedding a couple years ago, and now they not together no more. Yeah, so I'm just saying.
What destination? Where'd y'all go?
It don't matter. That's too much information. I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't trying to put my people on blast like that. But I'm just saying, though, like it's every day. I have another friend who literally just got married like a couple weeks ago, and they're already like tripping about getting to know me. Like because people rush into things. Like if you're in a relationship and a dude is rushing you, or a girl is trying to push you into getting married, or trying to push you into anything, that is a red flag right there. You know what I mean? Like, let that shit, evolve into that. When that time comes, it should be like you both feel it. If one on the fence and the other one, then that mean it ain't time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when it's real and when it's true, it's felt. It don't have to be said. It can just be, like you just receive that. So anyway, what else we got on here?
Why do women and men fall for the same type every time?
That's the law of attraction.
Lazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a law of attraction.
And
Like,
where you hang out too has a lot to do with it.
you hear this excuse from women a lot, man. I keep falling for the same cats. You know what I mean? Because you putting out the same vibes, you putting out the same thoughts, you putting out the same energy. So you're just gonna continue to reciprocate that same thing in your life. You gotta start making different choices and choosing different, learning from your mistakes. Like to continue to make the same mistake, the same deadbeat ass dude is like insanity. Then you wanna walk around here talking about ain't no good dudes out here. Nah, they right in your face. You just can't see them because you're not waking up and making building off
That's not what they're
mistakes.
into. They just don't want to be honest with
What you
you.
mean?
Some people are into being treated good. Some people just like being treated like shit because they've seen shit.
I don't know. I'm just saying, you're gonna get what you put out.
Hey, do dirt, you get dirt.
You know what I mean? You reap what you sow. I see it all the time. That's my
You're looking at it, you're gonna, you feeling like shit, or it's all you've been doing, or it's all you've seen. It's hard to see things differently, or get a different, or taste of something different. Even if it is better, you still will remember that, the hard times and what comforted you.
Any married couples in here? Hey, let's do
Shit,
it. Oh man, my people and my family here, man. I'm feeling real good. So yeah, so that's cool. So Christine, like, how long you been married?
5 years.
5 years. How long y'all been together? Collectively. 17 years. That's hard. Let's round of applause for that. Man, because marriage is hard, man.
And so
Especially
did y'all
these
just
days,
one
bro.
day be like, yo, let's get married, or was it a traditional type, will you marry me, or did y'all?
It was a traditional type.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be introduced as the girlfriend.
That's real. And did that just evolve? It was just one day it was just right? You can't correct it, like, one day it was just right? Or is it like, when he asked you and you was like, when he asked you, was like, let's do it. See, that's how it's supposed to be. And I noticed you guys just came back from Europe for like 2 months. I was everywhere and just loving and happy and all that. And you guys are just a great example of what it looked like. So I applaud you guys' relationship.
It's
Child
definitely
porn.
not easy.
It's not. It's not, especially when you have kids in the situation. What about dating women with kids?
Yo,
What's that? Or a brother with kids? Like, what's that like? Because there's a lot of single moms out there. They got kids. You know what I mean? They're like trying to raise these young men and women to be upstanding adults. And at the same time, like, what about their love life? You know what I mean? This didn't work out, that didn't work out. So now it's like, all right, when you meet another man, do you quickly introduce him to this new guy you might be potentially dating, or do you wait and see if it's real or whatever the case may be? Like, how does that work?
That's the same thing. It depends on the person. I don't like to.
Anybody single with a kid out here?
My circle's tight, so I don't like to introduce you to anybody in my circle unless I feel like you're officially official. You know? I'm not gonna put you out in front of somebody and then this is so and so, and then a week later I cut you off or you cut me off, and like, what happened? And I gotta explain it. So if you're not official, I don't put you in my circle. Let alone that you're my child. You know, and that's just me. Everybody's different. You know, some people like, I know for women that they don't have babysitters or people that are just watching their kids. So a lot of times you might meet the girl with her kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that you might have to just, that's a package. Like a lot of men have to deal with.
So should a man go for a woman like that? Is that a good thing, a bad thing? Does it depend on the person?
No, I think men should go.
Because I've heard guys saying that I don't want to date nobody with one of kids. Because I hear women say that all the time.
Those are the loneliest jacking off in the stop.
Hey,
Everybody's got a kid, man.
Everybody's still jacking off no matter how much bills
It
they
doesn't
get.
matter, but those people are lonely as shit. Those guys are lonely as shit because everybody's got a kid at some point. You're either an aunt, an uncle, need something, you got, there's kids around. Like, to be cutting yourself off from love in that magnitude, I don't want to. You're not gonna get nowhere. You're gonna be by yourself. Who cares? Nowadays, I say 30% of the families are blended now. And there's multiple stepmoms and stepdads and shit like this. That's going to be the trend. It's going to be bigger when we get older, and our kids are going to be out there. It's going to be, even more trendy. You already talked about the divorce rate being high.
Yeah, it's hella high.
Yeah, so nothing make you lose ridiculous.
But what about these cougars out here? San Antonio is ranked the #1 cougar city in America.
Are there any cougars in this bar right now?
They not gonna say
willing to admit they're on the crowd.
That's disrespectful.
They're out there.
Disrespectful. What is the age of a cougar?
I don't know.
Is it? I think it's like what, 45, 45, and the guy is 25.
35.
Hold on, let's get this. Let's get the census on it. What? You say how old she is?
Anything over 36.
Anything over 36.
I
he
think
said.
36 is kind of young.
What's up? 40?
You can only be a Puma for like
My boy say 40.
35.
I think you gotta be a certified
35?
grandma. I think you gotta be a certified grandma. Okay, so I got a definition.
What's the definition?
Generally accepted age group for cougars is 40 plus. However, some people go as low as 35 in their definition.
Okay. What's up, baby?
I'm
Good to see you, man. Yeah, big one in the building. Hey, listen, I also want y'all to know we are implementing swear jar.
I still
so
don't
I don't know how many cuss words I
yourself.
said, but anytime we say cuss word on the show, if you come on the show, you gotta put it down in swear jar. So I already put like a dub in there, so I think that should be good.
I owe y'all like $10.
So anyway, back to the
Yo, you gotta be a certified grandma, bro.
Man, to me, a cougar is like 55 and up.
I don't care if you're 30 years old. I don't care if you're 30. You gotta be a grandma. Grandma.
Alright, so, well, man, they got some young grandmas out here.
That's why I said that. I'm sure there's 35-year-old grandmas out here. You gotta be a grandma.
You know what? That's what's wrong with America. Ain't no more big mamas.
But really, what I think it is, I think cougar is a deeper definition. I think you're more than just a woman that's older, I think that a cougar is a woman who's got her own everything, got her own house, probably lives alone, probably raised the kids, kicked all the kids out, divorced her husband, get half the money. You know, they don't need you to cut grass, they pay somebody for that. They don't need you to wash dishes, they pay somebody for that. You know, like they need you to come over, dick them down, step it up. That's a dude. And she's gonna look at you and go, thank you for dicking me down. Now step the hell up. Like,
Here's the sandwich.
that, exactly. Get a soda on the way out.
You live home.
Fuck off. I'm out of here, you know? And then she's gonna text you and say, come and come over. She's not gonna say anything else.
Right.
Now, no, hi, girl. How are you? No bullshit. Come over.
You sound experienced.
I'm not experienced.
You sound like you just went through a scenario that happened.
I'm not experienced.
Man, you might be, I want to write some sex books.
Is chivalry dead?
It should
Man, I'm gonna the door open for all you motherfuckers. Stop it. Chivalry's alive. I'm driving.
Chivalry is still alive.
Whether y'all appreciate it or not, it's up to y'all. Chivalry is alive. I hold the door open for all the ladies. Everybody. All the ladies.
But I mean, chivalry is just not holding the door for a woman, man. It's more. Well, that's just the token shit you said.
I be, you know, holding the door open for y'all in the bathroom, holding the door open in the grocery store, holding the door open.
Chivalry also is associated with courting. Are any of the brothers out there courting women anymore? Do people even know what that is? Or are you just gonna DM now?
Maybe you should explain.
I used to hate it when
what
my
that is.
I used to hate it. My grandmother used to be like, "Oh, you're courting that girl, aren't you?" I used to hate that shit.
It's like you're being managed.
Right. I don't, you know, like I didn't understand courting at 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, because they don't even do it no more.
I didn't understand.
Courting went out when slow songs and slow jams
But see,
went to fuck, just straight fucking music.
I think courting is the same thing as like when you be like, "Oh, what's up with you and Zay?" And she'll be like, "Oh, we just talking." That's the same thing as courting. You're like, he might hit you up, y'all might go eat, you might go to a movie.
So that's some bullshit. So that means, so are we settling for less out here?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you really don't have to do much because
Yeah.
I'm raising a daughter out here, man. So like I'm passionate about shit about being a man that I'm being. Can y'all keep it down just a little bit? I know it's kind of a lot. Just a little bit. You know what? Fuck it. Keep the bars right, man. Listen, I'm trying to raise my daughter in this day and age of Snapchat. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the day of the dick. We're in the age of the dick pic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some real shit when you scan through your daughter's phone and you see some shit you don't want to see. And I'm not even on no Kevin Hart shit. I'm on some real life shit. You know what I mean? And and you gotta swallow these pills and like, okay, how do I come back from this? Because my heart just dropped. And I want to make sure I got my daughter on the right path, make sure she's able to make the right decisions out here in this age of fuckboys and side chicks and all that.
Kids ask me this shit.
Man, listen, hey, because you don't want her to run away every time some shit happens.
My daughter's 4, bro.
Yeah, so enjoy this shit. Cause my daughter's 16 and 3 steps ahead of me every time she asks a question.
But you're right though. We're in the era of the dick.
This is the era of the dick pics. Sorry, fellas, you just had a daughter. I'm sorry. You know, enjoy these years because when they get to that teenage years, you know, it's gonna be a different kind of parenting that's gonna have to take place.
Lizzie, how old is too old for a dick pic? When can I not see
Do women
you?
like dick pics? Is that a thing?
When can I? When you gonna text me like, boy, you know you're too old for this, right? When you-
Especially if you don't ask for them, like you just send some shit. It's like,
So no ladies like dick pics. Nobody out here in the front.
Unless you ask for me.
unless we ask for them, I mean, okay.
What if I
Give you like a flash flood warning. Incoming. If you're in the county.
like a side ball pick? You know
Incoming.
side ball? You do like a side ball pick? You know?
Like, ease up in me. You shake my belly, you shake my butt, and then bow, you know what I'm saying?
Like what's the dick pic process?
Can I ease into it?
Like, do a prank and it'll be okay.
So
You want sweatpants pictures. You want sweatpants
hey,
pictures.
listen, I didn't know that sweatpants shit was
That's
real.
gonna cost you.
I've had times on my way to the gym where Mel was like, hey, hold up. You wearing those? Why you wearing those? I'm like, what? She's like, I'm like, yeah. She's like, nah, it's real. Take that shit out. It's real. like, man, I'm just flexing.
So they want to be teased is what they want.
Yeah, they don't want to just see the hammer. They just, you know,
You want to see the
they
You want to see the
feel.
toolbox. You don't want to see the tools. All right, I got you. Okay. I'm clear now. I'm gonna fire away later. I'm good.
So I'm good. All right, so let's get into this side chick thing. So like, we're in a. I remember when I was growing up, like a side chick was like, she was real basic. Like you didn't even talk about her. She was quiet. She was extra quiet,
And she was quiet too. You was quiet and she was quiet too, yo. It was like a mutual thing. Like now,
right.
you fall asleep and you on snap feed, you on timeline.
Where Drake says, take a picture of my bathroom and they recognize the bathroom. Woo. So I mean, so what is this thing, man? Because it seems like this day and age, some women don't mind. Like our relationship's so bad, or people are in a place in their life where you know they don't mind being on the side. You know what I mean? Like it's less hassle. It's big.
That's what I was saying earlier though. Like you gotta be straight up with people. Hey, I like you. I got a wife or whatever. You know, I got something going on at home.
So these are instructions. Give us the side chick instructions.
There's no side chick instruction. This is communication. If anything, friendship purposes, communication. Like, if I invite you over my house and some shit's going on, I'm gonna text you like, hey, look out, so-and-so's here. You know, like anything. Like, if I want to hang out, it's not a lot of work. It's not. It's only a lot of work because you don't want to piss somebody off or you're afraid.
So how do you hide this shit at home?
Well, that's you know, I don't know.
Because like, so you know, are you the guy whose phone is always face down at home?
No, she face up. My girl knows my password.
All right, that's a good question.
She puts the
All right,
phone
so
on my
how
face
many?
and unlock it. She knows the password.
Everybody, who's in here that's a couple? Where the couples at? I see a couple right there. Do y'all have each other's passwords? He has hers, but she don't have his. Oh Lord, that day. Hey, is his phone face up or face down?
Like, so, can I see your phone?
It's face up.
You know, detail is
It's what you find.
If y'all even heard the conversation,
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to, you know, spill the beans or whatever. But these are things that you got to be mindful for because, you know, I'm all about love. I'm all about people finding like their soulmate. I think there's somebody out there for everybody. But I think we get caught up in the hype and caught up in the bullshit, and we don't see the red flags, and they be right there in our face until it's too late. And then we like, damn, I saw this bullshit happening, but I was wishing or hoping. Like, let me tell you something, ladies, and gentlemen, for that fact. You can't change nobody. Ain't nobody finna change for you, baby. If somebody changes for you, it's gonna be temporary because it's for you and not them. True change comes from within. When somebody's truly gonna make a change, they gonna make it for themselves. You know what I mean? And you just gonna reap the benefits of that shit. But if a nigga or a person of interest say they gonna make this change and they don't, or they do for a minute and they go right back to that's the flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't be trying to marry, don't be trying to get with somebody who you think you can change. That's your first mistake. Second thing is you should always just get with somebody that's already the way you want them to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, because us older, if you 40, if you damn near 30, 35, 40, you've been in a relationship, you got kids, like by this place in life, you should know what you like and what you don't like. So like, you should say, hey, you doing the same shit last dude was doing. Red flag, cool, keep it moving. You know what I mean? Don't fall for the charm shit, because I'm a Libra and that's what we are charmers. Like, it's in my DNA. It's just like, it's that shit. But you can't fall for that shit. Like, that shit cute, you look good, what you credit like. You know what I'm saying? Like, where your heart at? What kind of, you know, do you have a relationship with your parents? Like, how do you feel towards your mama? Like, what, you know, I tell these things to my daughter. I'm like, you know, all right, so, you like this boy? I'm like, so, where's your daddy at? You know, where's his mama? What do they do? Like, you know, do he even talk to his parents? You know what I'm saying? Because these are things that you need to ask and be mindful of because these are things that come up down the road later. Right. You know what I mean? But you're so infatuated with this guy's nice car, he's got a good job, he's saying all the right shit, he got pretty eyes, he got waves, he got cool Adidas and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't play the PlayStation that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it only goes out once a week. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, you know, you gotta look for these things because when you look for these things and you call these things out on a person, not only do you help yourself and you keep it real with yourself, you also force that person to either grow or go. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to get with your program and like come, rise to the occasion, or they're gonna, fall by the wayside, and that's a good thing because you don't need that shit.
A lot of us wait till like 5 or 10 relationships in before we start looking for shit like that.
Well,
And that's probably our problem.
what you mean?
Like like you said, like we look at things, the topical things in people before, and then we wait till the shit fucks up 5 different times to 5 different people. Then we look at it and go, what kind of friends this guy? His mama, what shit. Like that's when we start thinking about shit because we've been tired of looking at the same criteria. And like you said, it's within. It's what you're into. It's not about
Everything is from within. You have to, and another thing is, when you go from one relationship to another, you got to make sure that you over the last relationship. You still hurt, but you're gonna go into the next relationship. You're just gonna hurt them, hurt yourself again. So it's important to love yourself, know yourself, forgive yourself. Let go of the other motherfucker that you ain't with no more. And go forward. And don't take the last bullshit that you had in that relationship into the next relationship, because then you might just burn that bridge. And nobody's trying to, that's how mind games get started. You know what I mean? So, just be authentic. I think if you're upfront and truthful with somebody, you're authentic, you have integrity, like that shit shows, it's felt, and if they not real, that shit gonna be revealed quickly. And that's why it's important to be in tune with who you really are, so you can pinpoint things when they pop up. They don't gotta do something major. You can just catch it in their actions, in their body language. You can just tell because you're in tune with who you are and you cool with that, with or with somebody else. You know what I mean? If you with somebody, you're adding to them and y'all become one. But if you on this other shit with this person playing mind games, you hit them on a text, they don't hit you back. You know what I'm saying? And these are just little things that you can be like, okay, this person is full of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, strike through you out. I always say, you can't judge a book by its cover. And sometimes, like, you'll meet somebody they give you a fake person, but sometimes when you give them the real you, you'll help reveal the real them. Or they gonna go.
So
you know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta be yourself.
So you gotta be yourself at all times. Like, don't fake it for nobody. If somebody don't like you for who you are, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Kick rocks, keep it moving. Like attracts like. What you put out, you'll get out. You know what I mean? And if you really need somebody, you may have to tap into your higher self and talk to God and say, hey, send me somebody real. But you also have to be using your third eye and your third ear to listen and see for when that person appears in your life. They might not look like the last cat you was with. They might not be driving the shit the last guy was driving. You know what I mean? He might be just on some regular shit on his come up.
He might be broke.
You know what I mean? He might be the guy I was when Melinda met me. Broke, no credit, bad credit, car finna get repoed, all these things, you know what I mean? But, I was real, and she saw the realness in me. Now, if I would have got with her, and then she found out later I was lying about all that shit, like, damn, you ain't shit. But I was like, nah, I told you my shit ain't right. But she was like, all right, I'm fucking with you. You got a good family, you keeping it real, you charming, whatever the case may be. And she stood in the gap with me, you know what I mean? She believed in me, and I was able to, and her being real with me helped me to continue to be more real. And I evolved, and she's part of that shit. You know what I mean? So I say that to say this. Keep it 100. See how I say 100? We try to speak proper language as much as possible on this show. And speaking of which, we always love to.
What's the word of the day, man?
What's the word of the day? We try, I feel like I say every show. This is podcast number 20.
I like this word.
And I figured, hey, we do 4 shows, weekly show. We do 4 shows a month. That means 4 words that we will be putting out every month. So I feel like if you can teach somebody 4 words, you will change their vocabulary. You'll change the way they
last
speak.
week's word?
Who remembers last week's word? Who knows last week's word right now? You said I got a t-shirt for you right now. What was last week's word?
It was caveat, asshole. It was caveat. That was the word, okay?
And you know what? You use it in the sentence, but you never use it in the sentence.
No, I did. Well, not lately, but I did that night.
No, you didn't. Actually, I went back and listened. I was like, that didn't even use it.
No, I mean like later on that night, I was like, hey, let me get a drink, a little caveat to this. All I got is $10 in my card.
Nice.
Cash.
Good.
That was my caveat. I did it 3 times.
What was the word the week before that?
I don't remember.
It was
Preamble. It was preamble.
Preamble.
I remember now.
Can anybody use it in a sentence?
No.
Does anybody know the definition?
You just know that
I think the definition is a preliminary or preparatory statement
okay.
that somebody gives before they spill the beans. I'm glad to see. Get smart. All right, so this word, the word of the day is impetuous. Impetuous. That and the definition is acting or done quickly and without thought or care. So, anybody care to use that in a sentence? I got it. Okay. Make sure you're not. All right. Make sure you're not impetuous when choosing your barber or stylist, or you might get a impetuous plug in your head. Shout out to that was a joke. Okay, moving along.
Did Lance right there?
No, we were just talking about it and he said, I'm like, I'm gonna use that shit.
Okay, cool. Shout out to
Nah, it went over okay. So, shout out to Lance, man. He's helping produce this show. I'm pretty sure he's tuned in. He got my notes right. Shout out to Plan Made Productions. Everybody in here from Plan Made. My brothers, my people, I appreciate y'all in here. So, moving along.
Snacks in the chocolate, sir.
Is Adrian back on HEB?
HEB's on stage long.
Hey, listen, Adrian be working.
Especially being a good
That boy
HEB.
be working from dust. He be working like I be working.
I think 2 stories on too.
Is Adrian in the building?
How we got?
He's still at HEB?
No, he said he's gonna call.
Really? Well, it's all right. Do it.
South Crown is always looking for new talent to join the South Crown Barbershop team. For more info, go to southcrownbarbers.com and fill out an application or just come into the location. And we're also selling tickets for the Laced Up Hair Down Extravaganza Sunday, August 12th at the Breathe Lounge.
How much are tickets?
Yeah, I got tickets for the guys for $25. So yeah, it's gonna be the makeup, hair, and beard extravaganza. It's gonna be Sunday, August 12th, from 3 to 7, and your boy will be there doing tutorials and things of that nature on beard care and how to better take care of your beard, and we'll have products and all that good stuff and demonstrations and all that good stuff going on for you guys. Also, ladies, is gonna go down there as well with the makeup tutorials and all the good stuff that these ladies got planned for you. We'll have food and drinks and all that kind of stuff.
What's the advice for like somebody who can't get like this little spot right here to connect? Like you see them over here trying to work.
Man, you better talk to your grandpa. I don't know that shit. Sorry, that's genetics.
I'm lying, dude.
Hey, listen, bro. If I had something that could make your hair grow, I'd be spraying it on everybody. I'm gonna get it done.
I'm
Try
just
some
jealous.
castor oil. Tell me.
Castor oil?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I feel your pain, man.
That's some slave shit.
I mean, I done tried everything, bro. All I got is you, man. Like,
Shout out to the beard gang. It's real.
Detail did this. You see this right here?
Yeah,
You did that.
I'm trying to make it pop out,
You
man.
did that. And you know what? One day I just noticed it. I was in the mirror brushing my teeth and I was like, I stopped. And I was like, you did that. So I know I'm on the
I'm
right
trying to
track.
situate your
I just
pictures,
need
my
this.
brother.
I just need this right here. I want that full grizzly. I'm gonna chop down a tree, start a fire. I need that. I need that lumberjack, Paul Bunyan ass beard.
So y'all did 5 minutes of Trump?
5 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get
Shout out to the beard gang.
I'm trying to get the J on, man. I'm working.
J-Boy in that
I gotta
thing.
eat vegetables. I'm eating vegetables right now. I'm
Man,
serious.
you don't look like you eat any vegetables.
Yo, I had green beans and broccoli and some grilled chicken the other day, bro.
The other day.
I'm on it. That was
I do that shit
yesterday.
every day.
That was yesterday.
Man, health is wealth, man. Make sure y'all out there drinking at least almost a gallon a day, at least half a gallon.
Wait, did you say 5 minutes of Trump?
Yeah,
He's got 2.5.
Nah, I don't. No, he get my blood going.
He
2.5.
got
All right,
2.5.
2.5. All right. So last thing, what was the last thing you heard about this guy?
This guy. All right. So
45.
Robert Mueller comes out and is like, "Yo, the Russians did it. They rigged the election." This man's over in Sweden with the man is like, "Yo, we lying. This man's still guilty." It's cool. I can't.
No. Fuck all that. First of all,
Yo,
you let Obama hanging it out. You see that shit?
Wait, what happened?
Oh man, so you know the whole thing about the the Olympics or whatever they're talking about African American. Yeah.
Well, France's team was all black, pretty much.
Yeah, that was a situation too.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I'm trying to understand what I do know. What I do know is this guy, 45, is in cahoots with this guy from Russia.
Yeah.
This guy's supposed to be out sworn in. His whole team is told him like, yo, this guy's been meddling in our, probably meddling in the elections, which is like fucking up the whole integrity of our voting system and like everything this country stands for.
Right.
And you in bed with this dude.
Right.
Matter of fact, you want to go into a private meeting with this dude. Like, where's your people at? Why would you want to have your people in there knowing what we know? What do they got on? Like, what is that about?
I just don't understand how you're gonna you got people that experts that did research with a whole year's worth of research, if not more, and then came to the conclusion that this shit is real, and he still was like, American intelligence is little.
All right, you got like 30 seconds left for Trump, because I don't want to talk about it.
I can't believe this shit.
I can go on and on about that. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has a vision, and it's like sometimes it just takes somebody just to say like, "Hey man, I see what you're doing. Keep doing it." I'll tell you for just on this podcast alone, every week I'm like, okay, that last week was dope. Do I still want to do it? Like every weekend, I say that to myself. I'm like, because I'm doing a lot to make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, is it worth it? And then I get like that text or that message from somebody from all the way in Germany. Yo, I needed to hear that shit. Like, that meant so much to me. That made me say, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna keep moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta stay in the gap, stay in the grind, stay on your shit. But sometimes it really helps a lot for somebody to just smile at you and say, I see what you're doing. Like, I'ma share that nigga shit. We share a bunch of bullshit on day, but your homeboy doing some big shit, and you won't even share his shit. Like, that's that shit we gotta get away from. I be sharing people's shit just because it's positive. You know what I mean? Like, we need to do that. We need to just start taking care of our neighbor. This is San Antonio. We will grow as a city. It's our fucking turn. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can have their turn. Houston had their ride. They still ride. Austin, all these cities around us popping. And like, where we at? We are here. We making a stand. We putting this shit on the map. We changing the way. But we're going to do it in an intelligent and like cognitive way. And we're going to do it through love, leadership, and just growth and evolving. And it's going to start with me on this podcast. So if you dope, reach out to me. I see you. Let's come on the show. Let's talk about your dream, your grind, your aspirations, and how you got where you're going. Because there's a lot of people here right now that I know I need to have on the show, such as Uche, such as J-Boy, again, he's over there in the corner. Like everybody in here, my media team, shout out to my media team. Zay, the film guy, he's got his own shit going, like all these great things. And it's just so easy for us to come together because our city is not at that place. It's easy to blow up if you just put in a little bit of hard work. That's all it takes is a little bit of hard ass fucking work. But you can do it. I can do it. I'm a product of my environment. I keep dope people around me. Keep dope people around you. You want to get somewhere? Get with somebody that's doing something dope. Be inspired. Grind. Work your fucking ass off. If you a man, work your ass off. Like, every man should be coming home every day tired. Like, you should be laying your head down like, yo, I put in today. You can't go to sleep at night knowing you didn't put in your work for the day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in the work. You can't just pray about that shit. You gotta fucking put in the work. God only operates in the spiritual realm, in the impossible realm. Like, you gotta do the possible part. He gave you 2 arms, 2 legs, a mouth, a mind, a brain, a conscience. He gave you everything you need to make your dream pop off so we can get some of that dream and make somebody else happy and aware and inspired. We need that. So get up off your ass. We gotta make this shit happen and come together. Did I go off on a tangent? Yeah, you did. My bad. My bad.
But you said talk about working men, so let's just go and bring the next working man.
Right, or let's bring on the next guest. Who's coming up?
I'll put up. What's up? I mean, I'll put up. Because Lizzie's got the computer up. I'll put up. No. Where's Adrian at?
Adrian, come on down.
There he is.
I always wanted to do that.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my head. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Hey, man, get nice. All right, man. First of all, thank you, Adrian, for the invite. Thank you for allowing me to come and do my thing in your environment. I just want to say you have a really dope space. We've already done business together. You're the owner of this place, Smoke Ash. You've been doing a lot of big things. Like, what's it like, man? You always moving. You was supposed to be on here 20 minutes ago, but you was still grinding.
So some of us are working right now.
Some of us are always working.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's a story behind every story but the big thing for us is that we set out on this journey, I'd like to say, 3 years ago, to bring a feel to SA that SA has really never seen with Ash. But at the same time, take over, I don't say take over, let me take it back. But just get to a side of town that there was a lot of growth that was coming,
Yes.
which is where we're at right now is downtown Eastside. And sometimes it feels like we're a little bit of the pioneers. But with that said, big ups to Mark's Outings. They've been there for years and all that. Everyone that's been doing their things just on the side of the tracks, we felt what was going on. But we're happy with where we're at right now. There's a lot of growth in this area. New bars opening next door to us. There's a new restaurant coming down the street as well too. But man, has it been a long 4 years.
Tell me about it.
I got a lot to tell you.
I think we probably started them around the same time.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a grind. To give you a little bit background about a restaurant or a whole establishment, our building is 15,000 square feet, 3 different floors.
Wow, yeah, I was telling you.
It's one of the biggest places, venues that you'll see in the downtown area. We recently hosted the NCAA Final Four in March of this year, and what was eye-opening for us there was we realized what we had. So people ask us now, are you a restaurant? Are you a bar? I tell people we're an entertainment venue.
Yes.
What we figured out is that we're one of 4 venues in the downtown area that can host a group of 250 people or more.
Wow.
And that just kind of skyrocketed things to where we're at.
Shout out to the NAACP.
Yep, they came through. Like
They came through.
They definitely came through. They felt everything that we felt. So it's been good. We're still growing, no doubt.
So, I'm a business owner, you're a business owner. What are some of the obstacles that you had to face during, creating this situation? Like, what are some of the things that you're going through? Because there's somebody out there right now that's like, man, I want to open up a restaurant. I want to do something. I got a good idea. But then you kind of make the shit look easy. Like, what are some of the things that you experienced? Can you just expound on just a couple things real quick?
Well, as you know, it's a grind day in and day out. What we do is what we love, but at the same time, it's a grind. And I do get that question a lot. I'm looking to open my own place. I'm looking to open a restaurant, my own bar. I'm just like, what am I doing? In retrospect, and doing everything that I've done today this far, I think one of the biggest things I learned was that obviously location is key. But the other one is context. At 40 years old right now, if I had to go back and tell Adrian who was 21 what he needed to lift, I would have loaded my phone with 5,000 contacts. Every time I see somebody every time I could be walking down the street, someone looking at 10 feet, I say hi, hello.
Little things like that go a long way, brother.
Every bit goes to stay, vice versa, but that leads to opportunity. And opportunity is really the relationships that you have at the same time. Because you can have all the money in the world, you can have the best ideas, but the relationships are what bring it together. And even as this area of town has been growing for so many years, we kept our vibe. We didn't do what other people do and just change the music or change what they're doing. We wanted to do the R&B that hip hop did. We wanted to sell cocktails. We wanted to throw back. And where other people kind of, it's not working out, kind of jealous about something else, we kept with the vibe. And people love it. We're excited.
And I think that must be what draws me to this place because it's authentic. It is what it is. It's kind of like my place of business, South Carolina. It is what it is. We are who we are. We're not going to change nobody. We're actually standing on our own lane. And I think that's what I love about this place because it's so diverse. You can do anything. You basically can with anything that anybody has for a party or any type of situation, you can host that right here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've done, in the last 19 months, we've hosted 89 weddings inside.
89 weddings?
During the graduation season, we hosted 40 graduation parties in 16 months. And I can't tell you how many birthday parties we hosted out here now. And what we're really excited about now is that the corporate group here in San Antonio and beyond have caught on to who we are and what we do. And what better with food than Texas barbecue? I mean, it's such a shareable item.
So why barbecue? What's the backstory of everybody loves barbecue. What makes Smokes barbecue? What it is.
There's no doubt that everybody loves barbecue. When we came downtown, the goal was ultimately to get tickets to hotels and convention centers and people visiting San Antonio. if you think about it, when it comes to barbecue downtown, it's us and Canada. And there's some small mom and pop that's in the Southtown area, also on Broadway. But to have barbecue in the downtown is huge because when people come in from out of town, I was thinking there's 3 types of food that people eat. Number 1, people come in town and eat Mexican food.
Mexican food, number 1.
Number 2, Mexican food and river.
Mexican food on the river.
Number 3, barbecue.
And barbecue.
So that's where we come in. So we usually catch guests on the second, third, or fourth night that we're here. Like I said, it's just a shareable item. So when we're catering to these large groups, we've really gotten good at it because all the food's cooking out the floor. So we're just slicing and going, slicing and going.
So what's the biggest party you had here? What's the biggest?
Right, yeah.
It's like
we got pretty big about that. I remember the first party that I did I did a graduation. It was about 40 people. We did it for like $60 or so. We were really excited about it. Because when we opened this up, we thought we were going to be this cool barbecue restaurant. We're going to have this awesome bar. And we killed it on the bar. Everyone loved that. The barbecue restaurant was always so because it was but in January of 2016, Sunset Station, the people across the street from us invited me over because they knew a lot of Boston. So they said, hey, you should come over on Fridays. You can host the wedding rehearsal there. Bet. Sounds great. So I go over to Sunset Station, and I hear one of the banquet captains talking to one of the potential customers. And they said, hey, if you want to book your wedding here at Sunset Station, it's $7,000 just to use the place. $32 a person for the food plus everything else. And I just was like, we're in the wrong business, So when the couple came up to me after talking about rehearsal dinner, I said, hey, before you book the wedding over there, talk to me because I think I can do your whole wedding. Let's do alcohol for $7,000. So that's how it started. We booked the first wedding and kind of went from there. And we got good at what we're doing right now. So as far as like events that we hosted, during the Final Four, we hosted the Under Armour party, which was 1,000 people. We hosted Ryan Silver. He definitely came through with 1,000 people. A lot of the big D1 coaches came through. And I thought that was really good. That happened on the Thursday Final Four. We took up the entire building, all 3 floors, top and bottom. And then, we're less than fortunate, the University of Michigan called us for their alumni association. So, and I did not know this at the time, but the Michigan Alumni Association, largest alumni association in the nation, over 500,000 members. So they said, hey, we can handle a couple of our camps. They send some people your way. How many people? We said, about 2,000. So we estimated it was about 2,300 people, but we didn't go for the whole building. It took out the entire courtyard in the back. And the best thing about Michigan people is we were charging them $9 beers and we definitely made a grip on that. Yeah, so that's it ignited like fire in all of us because at that point we were like, man, if we can handle 20,000 people, we can handle 1,000 people. Let's just start doing parties again and they can expand. So we actually built our business through our restaurant, even Ash through our family. Instead of trying to get 2 or 3 people over the bridge come try our restaurant, hopefully it goes well. Now we're bringing 100 people at a time. Upstairs right now, we're hosting a birthday party for 80 people. We're doing ribeyes and chicken masala and stuff. I think barbecue stuff because that's what they want.
Look, when I hear you speak, though, I heard something key in what you're saying. And because I think, business and things change on a day-to-day basis. And I think a lot of people fall off in business because they don't know how to move with the punches. And like, I'm listening to you and you're saying like, originally the concept was to do this, but we have these other deals and just so happen this part of the aspect is what's working for us. So you know what, we're gonna just kind of shift a little bit, do this, and let everything else, let that be the umbrella to all the other deals, the venue being filled. So that's pretty dope because that speaks a lot to your thinking, that speaks a lot to your experience. And I only say that because when I opened up South Crown, it was just supposed to be a barbershop. You know what I mean? And, I opened up and they wasn't flooding in like I thought they would. And then my business partner, shout out to Marcus, he was like, listen bro, we need to take that space and turn that shit into a salon. Like we need to get this shit going. I know this is what you thought, but business-wise, bottom line-wise, trying to save your ass-wise, we need to look at some other options. And so my VIP room became, a suite for 2 of my stylists, shout out to Manny and Jay, and then the other place. So, I say that to say this. I see it's cool that you knew to transition. You didn't shift, you just, shifted and went with the flow. So that says a lot about your experience. And I think that's, we just had to learn a lot from that.
And I can say this, that some of it was survival of the fittest, but at the same time, we thought this thing grew. we knew what we wanted to do, we knew what the concept was going to look like. All this that you see down here has shifted. To give you a little bit of my background, my father was in the restaurant industry, my background's accounting and CPA. So I worked for a national firm for Nation for 10 years. I traveled for 8 years, Chicago 8 years, I worked in West Coast for 2. And all the things that I saw there, were what I wanted to bring back to San Antonio. You know, from San Antonio, when you start talking about hip hop and R&B, you're drinking a cocktail. It's sometimes in some places it's in the hood. So, but I wanted to do that here in San Antonio. That was our goal, and that's what we're doing now. So, I'm good. This is my baby. This isn't just a restaurant or a bar. This is my life.
Well, hey, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say to that. I mean, I think we ended on that, but I mean, when you say it's your baby, like, I think in business, people don't understand that when you open up a business, it's like having a baby. Like, it's 24 hours, it's on hands on deck at all times until this business can grow and maybe start walking on its own, maybe start talking on its own, maybe start, you know, being able to be self-sufficient on its own. But until that place, it's 24 hours, 7 days a week, you know, 365 to the physical. And you're gonna come through all these pit stops, all these blocks that are like, can make you fall off and make you say, fuck this shit. Like, what advice do you give to the next guy that's trying to, you know, trying to get dreams and all that kind of stuff?
Don't be afraid to seek out advice from whether it be a competitor, seek out advice from someone who's in the industry that you're kind of work with or whatever it is. Talking to people. I mean, it doesn't matter what business is that's out there. Everyone has, you know, similar issues. If it's a restaurant, it's a bar, or it's just kind of like, you know, a personal business. So seeking out advice is a big deal. But adapting to change is easy.
But when we say seeking out advice, like, everybody ain't got, like, when we tell our people, because on the details of the podcast is like, we need people to know, we want people to make people be aware. And so when you seeking advice, you gotta make sure you seeking advice from somebody that you will trade places with.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's
Someone that's tried and true.
Yeah, tried and true, that, you know. So, yeah, I'm just, because I've heard a lot of advice from a lot of people that ain't doing none of that shit. And I'm like, how you can tell me?
There's a difference between advice and proof.
You know, when you get to a certain place, everybody knows how to tell you how to do it, but they never did it.
You're now tuned into the Detailed Did It podcast. Come catch a fade.
God damn, boy, what's that? Some kind of weave or something?